Hello, 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 hello. This is Shroda from Love, Forgive, Live. My goodness, I don't even know where to start. It's Easter, it's Easter, it's Easter. I'm excited and happy Easter to everybody out there. And I hope you're enjoying the family. I know I enjoyed my family. We had a great time with brunch and then a long walk by the water. And now we're home. I took a nap, and the rest of the family took a long nap. Some of them are still sleeping. But aside from that, I thought I should get back to my gig, talk to everybody after eating and stuffing myself. It's time to talk. And today's topic is interesting. I'm excited. I've never talked about this before. And this, just with full disclosure, I had an issue with my own limiting belief systems regarding this topic. So we're going to dive in today and then process everything. Once again, my name is Shroda from Love, Forgive, Live. Now, I tried my best to make sure that I discuss what the topic is as much as I can in terms of details and sharing what I have learned and what works and what doesn't work. However, today's topic is about money, your relationship with money, and to understand that money has its own energy. And believe me, when it happened to me, when I felt the energy, it was powerful. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't even know that money energy was that present. And it spooked me. Let me tell you this. This was so powerful. I have never ever forgotten, how it felt, the pull, and the sense of dread when money energy was drained out of me. That's when I started recognizing that, whoa, money has its own energy. And you can create its pull to you. It's because understand it, imagine yourself as a money magnet. And as you are, money will direct its energy towards you, provided you create what elevates that energy to you, or what draws that energy to you. It's very strong. I can't say any more than that. Let's get back to the topic. Like I said, money energy is real, and it's something that I have experienced for sure. Now, this is not the money. One thing I've noticed about money, and you can go and read it up and look up. Money does not pick a side. It just chooses to draw to what energy you give it, what you create to allow it to draw to you, for the magnet to attach itself to you. It does not discriminate and say, I'll go to this person and not that person. No, it doesn't. Money, put it this way, or let me put it this way. Money has its way of being neutral. It's a neutral party. It does not choose. It does not choose because of race. It does not choose because of class. It does not choose because of what you're doing. It just directs its energy towards who creates the environment, the belief system, and the thought process that makes it favorable for it to draw to you. Period. It does not discriminate. I used to believe it does. It's not true. It does not discriminate or decide to go to others or not. But rather, this is what money will do. It will choose to go to where it is needed, where it is drawn. And there are criteria for that to happen. One, I want you to understand this. Sit down and ask yourself, what do you need the money for? That will start giving you an idea as to how you create the environments that would allow money to draw to you. It's very important you recognize that. Number one is, what do you need the money for? Be very honest with yourself and understand that you're becoming methodical in creating something that will benefit you and where you want to go in relations to money. Number two, does it have anything to do with you helping others? I think that's very important. Once you do that, that will give you a chance for you to zero in on where this is going. Okay? Number three, making the money with what you take or what your talent is or what your gift is are in relations to humanity or to the society as a whole. Does this money have a deeper meaning to your life and to people around you? That's very important. I think once you recognize that, you'll have a clarity of how to open this up to yourself, to begin to change the concepts that you have about money or belief systems or understanding or processing or stories you've heard about money. That's very important. Number four, does the money give you a sense of, I am contributing to society? I am contributing to something greater than myself. I think once you ask these questions, especially this last one, it's an eye-opener. It's an eye-opener because it gives you a chance to recognize how you are creating things that blocks you from your money. Now, according to this individual, she's a money wellness coach. Her name is Natalie Wagner. Now, I'm going to read a quote for you, and this is a process she came out with called Money Energy Cycle by Natalie Wagner. And she says this: the money energy cycle is a cycle that people work with as money flows through their personal life. Let me repeat. Money energy cycle is a cycle that people work with as money flows through their personal life. You can quote me on that. You can quote her on that. I'm quoting this directly from her. Understand this. Everything is energy. Everything. There's nothing. According to the law of attraction, everything. So if everything is energy, why not money? Think about it. I remember when I became aware of this, I was like, whoa, actually, yeah, that's true. And it's amazing. So according to laws of attraction, your relationship with money is directly affected by your thoughts and belief systems about money. And believe me, once you become aware of this, I think it's a game changer, because now you become conscious of what you're creating, the thoughts that you're creating in relation to money. Your negative thoughts about money will block you from what is rightfully yours. Because here's the thing, I don't care what anybody says, there's abundance of money. The potential for anyone and everyone to make it is real and is high. But here's how we start believing in lack and thinking it's not enough. Your negative thoughts will keep you from what's rightfully yours. Thoughts that, oh, everybody who has money is a crook. Or everybody who makes money and has money has either been, swindled somebody for it, or taking from someone, or getting it illegally. Some say, oh yeah, they're getting the money because they probably did something wrong to somebody in order to get that money. Some people may have a thought about a relationship about money that, oh, they don't deserve it because they were not born with it. Others say, well, if they look around them, everyone they know from their childhood to now, or as far as they're concerned, nobody has ever had money. So they shouldn't have it either, because it's not part of their family. It's not part of their upbringing. It's not something they grew up with. So why would they have anything different? And a lot of it could be generational patterns that have been passed on to their children, their children's children, their great-grandchildren. So now people start to believe that it is their makeup, even though it's not. But when people develop these thought process about money and belief system, they don't take the time to think, oh, well, that only applies to grandma and grandpa. Nobody really thinks about that unless they gone through a level of life-changing event or whatever, or someone brings it to their attention and they recognize it and are able to dive into it. A lot of time, people don't even admit this. They won't even acknowledge it. They really don't. And the sad part is, because they don't, it becomes something that they pass on to their children. That's the sad part for me. Because that's why sometimes when you say poverty is actually a thought that you created, sometimes people will say it's bogus. Sometimes it may be real. Okay? And understand that your thoughts will create those things for you. But how do you convince someone who has believed in this limiting belief, this negative thought process? That's a different way. There is a different way. When all they're seeing in front of them is this immense poverty, this immense, deeply rooted lack, it's extremely hard to convince anyone other about anything else. Because it has to come from within, from them recognizing that, wait, something is off and I need to change this. You can't convince anybody. And like I said, if someone is only looking at what is in front of them and what they're sitting in and living day in and day out, who are you? And I ask myself the same thing. Who am I to say it's different? Because to that person, it's their truth. It's the truth that they believe. Even though I may not see it as true, and yes, according to the laws of attraction, it is not true. However, who am I to come into the picture and say, you're wrong? You can't say, it's impossible. You cannot do that to anyone. Because the question I would ask, if I were the person, I would ask me, what made you the authority on what is real and what is not? So when someone has this limited belief system, you cannot change it unless they are ready. Until they are ready to recognize, hey, something is off, something is different, I want to learn a different way of seeing money, a different way of relating to money, and a different way of recognizing the patterns of behavior, belief system, and thought process that I have about money. One thing I also hear is that, money doesn't come easy. A lot of people say that. And with full disclosure, I even said that when I was in that limited belief system and seeing lack and nothing more than that. Another one that I've heard before is this: money doesn't grow on trees. Oh boy, I've heard of that so many times. I think almost every adult I encountered growing up, and I wanted something. Sometimes it could be as simple as asking for fun ice cream. Now, okay, I was born in Ghana, and in Ghana we have this ice cream. Oh my goodness! When I was growing up, to just sip, they only have 2 flavors: chocolate and vanilla. And this ice cream man will get on a bike and be going around ringing his bell and selling their ice cream. And I used to love the chocolate. If they didn't have the chocolate, I will gladly take the vanilla. But the chocolate fun ice cream was amazing. Believe me, I could still taste it in my mouth, even though the last time I had fun ice cream was 2019 when I went back to Ghana for a little vacation. And I remember when the ice cream man came around ringing the bell, cling, 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 ice cream, fun ice cream. And I would run out and look at him, see the bike, and my mouth would be salivating. And then I run back into the house and I would tell my grandma. She's like, "What? Who do you think I am? You think I'm a money tree?" I will go somewhere, then sometimes it could be the neighbors, my uncles. "Please, uncle, can I get this ice cream?" And I said, "Money doesn't grow on trees, okay? Go on with yourself." And I'm like, "Please, I just want ice cream." They wouldn't give me. And it was horrible because I'll be begging and I keep hearing, "Money doesn't grow on trees. You think it's easy to get money? Do you think money is something I just pick off the street, or just like how the mango drops off from the tree? Money doesn't grow from trees." I was like, oh Lord. So here, I heard that so many times. Here's the thing. That's a limited thought process. And I was being told as a child, growing up, hearing this over and over and over. So these are some of the negative thoughts that keeps you from your money. Now I'm going to go over things that unblock you or yourself from the limiting belief system or understanding about money or relationship about money. First of all, I think you should also understand this. Number 1, that you have unlimited potential on how to earn more money. You have an unlimited potential on how to earn more money. I'm sure some of my audience or people listening are thinking, what is wrong with this woman? What is she saying? I strongly believe this. There's unlimited potential for everyone because there is abundance. There's an actual abundance in our universe. It's not going to run out because everyone's ideas or ideals are different. Someone's idea may be $10 million. Someone's idea may be $20 million. $20 million. Somebody's idea or thought process or belief system may be like, hey, if I could just have $5,000, I will be happy. I'll be rich. Somebody will say, if I just make $50,000, I'll be good. Is unlimited. Because what someone's idea of abundance or overflow of money to that individual is different for everybody. It's never going to be the same. So that's why it is unlimited, because everyone can have their own. And the potential to create it and make more of it is open. The only thing that's stopping you is changing the mindset to make that happen. Number 2, change your belief system about money. That is, start changing this thought. The thought that money comes easily and frequently. Start understanding that. Because you know what? Every single person has a gift that they can use to create their financial blessing. And this is how you can gain more of it. Number 3, clean out your space. Because guess what? When you clean up your space, where you put your money, be it in your purse, in your wallet, in your money bag, whatever you may call it, organize it. Make sure it's clean. It's clutter free. The reason why I say this I say this particular one about the clutter or organize it is this. When you organize it, you're clearing out the space and allow the energy of the money to flow to you and from the universe to you. If you don't believe this, practice this. Test this for yourself. If your room has clutter all over the place and you can barely move and there's clutter, and ask yourself this question: how do you respond to people in a cluttered space? Are you nicer? Are you grumpy? Are you irritable? And are you snappy? If you are, imagine that environment, that space of clutter, how stifling it is, how disorganized it is. Why would money want to attract itself there? Think about it. It will not. So begin to organize your space where you keep your money. Because when you organize it and clean it up and keep the place neat, you are allowing the money magnet to operate, to draw to you. It's that simple. So organize your purses, your space that you keep your money, or your wallet, money bag, whatever you may call it. It's up to you. I don't know how many we have out there. Number 4, manage your money well. That is, only buy what you need and spend within your means. This goes to show about how you manage your money. If you don't manage it well, it will not come to you. Here's the thing. Remember the talents. There's a parable in the Bible. You can look it up and read the verse yourself. But it's a parable of the 5 talents. Read it. When the king was traveling, he had 3 servants. One of them, he gave them, I believe, 1 talent. The second one, he gave him, I think, 2. And the other one, he gave him about 3 talent. Whilst he was away, the first one took the 1 talent and went and buried it. And thought, well, my king or my master is very strict and wants order and wants everything accounted for. So for that reason, I'm scared to spend this money. If I spend it and he comes back, I'll be in trouble. So I'm going to bury the money. So he went and dug, kept the money safe. For lack of a better word, that's what I will use, safe. The second one took and said, man, my master, he never let us have any fun. Now he's giving me this money. I'm going to have a good time and have a party. So he partied with the money. And whatever was left is what is. The third person that got, I believe, 3 talents. You can read it out yourself. I'm just paraphrasing. That person took that money and said, I want my master to be proud of me of what I've done with the money. So he took that money and then put it to use, in the sense that he used it, invested, did some business with it, got profit from it, grew the money. So when the master returned, or the king returned, and asked them, called the 3 of them, and asked them what happened, what did you do with the money? And like true to form, the one who buried it brought it and said, I knew I need to keep your money safe, so here's your money back. And he's like, what, you didn't do anything? He said, no, I kept it safe for you. The second one said, I partied, I had a good time with my friends and we enjoyed it. And he's like, that's what you did with the money. And the third person, you said, oh, I made profits and then I still practically doubled your money or tripled your money. Here's the profits and the original money. And the king was pleased. So with the third person that invested and did that, and then told the one who hoarded the money and kept it tight-fisted and protected it, like I said, from a lack of a better word, took his money and then took the money from the partier, whatever was left of it, and then gave them to the one that turned a profit. That goes to show, when you manage the little that you have and show the respect for the value of that money and grow it, more comes to you. But if you don't value it and do good with it and manage it well and use it, mess with it, or hoard it, you gain nothing from it. I think that's very powerful. Number 5, be grateful. Be grateful for the money that you do have. Be thankful, because being grateful, gratitude is always a powerful energy. When you have gratitude, you end up drawing more to you. Gratitude is a way of saying thank you for the money. Thank you for the abundance of this money. Regardless whether you feel the money is just little or not, be thankful anyways. Be grateful anyway. Speak kindly of this mercy, of this gift, and be grateful for it. And receive it with a kind heart. And be happy with it. Number 6. This I cannot say enough of. This is the key, one of the biggest key in unblocking yourself and increasing your money magnet ability or abundance. Here's the thing. Refrain from saying these things. You don't have money. You're broke. Or you can't afford something. Or the worst one of all is to say, you are not worth the money, or you don't deserve the money, or constantly saying you're broke. These are the worst, like absolute worst. When you say this, literally, you are putting a block, like, picture this, a steel wall between you and your money magnet. So imagine you're the magnet drawing it and you put something that will block it. So when the money wants to attract to you, it just hits a wall and goes away. This is how you block yourself. So to unblock yourself, refrain from saying those things. And number 7, have an open hand approach to money. What does this mean? This means give freely, without expecting anything back in return. Give the money freely. Do not try to hoard it and say, oh, but I don't have enough. I don't think I can give. No, don't say that. Refrain from those things and open your fists with the money. Open fists. Give. Give freely. When you have an opportunity to give the money, or somebody asks and you have it, don't sit on it by saying, no, I don't have it. You are doing a disservice to yourself. Give. And not expect anything in return. Just give it. You'll be surprised how much this helps you. These 7 steps is how you unblock yourself from your financial abundance. These 7 steps is how you block yourself from your financial abundance. Now, like I said, when I started in the beginning of today's podcast, I was saying how I felt money's energy, and it surprised me because I had no idea that this was possible. Years ago now, with a full disclosure, I used to sell a product. It's a body beauty product. And I used to make it myself and then put it in a jar and sell to people. And I recall making my first $20 bill. And then I decided, well, when I go into most businesses, I see people put $1 in a frame. And it's always on a wall at the business. So I would always see it. So my first $20, I decided, you know what, I'm not going to touch this $20. So I took it and I put it in the frame. And then what I did was the $20 bill, the where it goes to the 2 and a 0. I took a pen and added, I think, 6 more zero to the 20. And then I put it in a frame. And it was on my side of the bed. And so when I wake up in the morning, that'll be the first thing I see. Please don't write to me about how that was not right and all that. At the time, that's what I was doing. And it was what I thought was right, and I did it. And don't care what anybody says about it. I did it. And when I go to bed and turn the light off, I'll see that. Now, next to it, I had things like, I had favorite, I wrote quotes. I do write quotes and poems, but I would write a couple of those and then put it next to the frame around it. So I would always see that when I woke up. And no matter what day I was having, if I'm just laying there before I sleep or when I'm just getting ready to turn the light off, and I see my quotes, they make me feel good too, so I'll read that. But the money was in a frame, like I said, on my side of the bed, and I'll see it. And then one day, it was always there. One day, I woke up in the middle of the night to use the restroom. It's dark. The entire room is dark. Nobody, you could barely see much, but I knew the way to the bathroom. That was good enough for me. But I woke up. And then when I woke up to go to the restroom, I felt something, an energy had left me. This might sound weird to you, but I felt it and I knew what it was. And then in the dark, I was like, something is wrong. Something is wrong. My money is gone. And I said it out loud and I'm thinking, but in the meantime, I was like, how would you know? You haven't turned on the light. How would you know? And I was like, ooh, I just feel it in my gut. I feel this thing has been drained out of me. It's gone. My money's gone. And like I said, I felt the energy pull out. I went to the restroom, came back. I was like, yeah. And the more I came back to the wall, it was a really sick feeling. I didn't like it. I was very uncomfortable. Then I said, oh, I couldn't rest. There was this unrest in me that the money was gone. And then I said, okay, to confirm for myself, I need to turn the lights on so I can see. Before I turned the lights on, I told myself, turn the lights on all you want. The money's gone. It's just going to prove to you that it's truly gone. And in my head, I was like, we'll see. My gut was going crazy again still. So I turned on the light, and lo and behold, my money was gone. The frame was not there. I felt even more sick to my stomach. I was like, what happened to my money? How did this happen? Then I turned around to ask myself this question. How did I know in the dark when I just woke up that the money was gone? Then I realized, oh my goodness, the money had its energy. And as long as I had it there, the energy was calm. And when the money was pulled out, taken away, I felt its loss. I felt it drained out. And strange enough, it was almost like I had a relationship with the money that was stable, and then it was yanked out. Somebody took it, so then it created instability in my gut. And believe me, I could not shake that feeling from me for the rest of the day. So I went to look for the money as to what happened. Then I talked to the person who took the money. And the person said they were out of gas and they needed money for gas, so they took my money. I won't lie to you. At that time, I wanted to murder that person. I felt like I wanted to strangle that person. Because I work hard in creating my business, and to earn it and have it taken, I felt was like I felt robbed. I felt like somebody took advantage of me, and that made me not feel good. So then I decided I wasn't going to put the money in there anymore. And it took a few days. It's almost like my gut mourned the loss of it. But then after a few days, I made up my mind that when I made more money, I was not going to put it in a frame, but I'll keep it in my wallet to remind me of what I created. And that became a lesson that I learned, that wow, money has its energy. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care who ever comes to me and tells me it's not true, or this and that. I know I felt it. I know it exists, and I know I experienced it. So elevating your thought process or increasing your money magnet ability, take it seriously. If it's important to you that you create your money and get more of it, do the work and start changing your thought process. Especially number 6. Remember, I'm going to repeat number 6 again because it's so huge and it's so important. Refrain from saying you don't have money, you're broke, or you cannot afford something. Refrain from those things and you'll see the difference. All right? Thank you for listening. My name is Shroda Aglago. Those of you who listen on Spotify, please share with everybody and like us and follow us. The same on YouTube. Like and follow. Or subscribe. We're on Twitter. We're on Verbal, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Podcasts. We're working on other streaming. When we get it, I will announce that too. Okay? Thank you. I will talk to you again next week. I appreciate you. Have a great week. Oh, tomorrow is Easter Monday, so everybody's going to have a good time. Enjoy it. Bye. Don't forget to write to me if you need to. The address is love, L-U-V, the number 4, give, G-I-V, live, L-I-V-E, at gmail.com. So love, forgive, live at gmail.com. Thanks again for joining me on Love, Forgive, Live podcast. Bye.